Hello, so I'm finally here talking about something I've been planning to talk about for a bit now. And that is the Road User's Guide. Now, essentially, in Canada, we have the Road User's Guide, which I'm assuming other countries have it, it's just named differently and like slightly different, like some of the text. But the Road User's Guide is basically just what you need to read and study in order to like do a written test on to get your car, essentially. And basically, so I have a few nitpicks about it that I want to talk about. So it's roughly 96 pages long, with 76 of them being about driving cars and rules about cars, with the other pages being about how to drive a motorcycle. So, very early on, after, like, some part during when you're learning about all the signs mean, green displays distance and how far away from, like, a town you are. Orange means construction. Yellow means caution. White means, like, rules you gotta abide by in this general area, like speed limit and whatnot. But soon, like, during that, you'll be introduced to a phrase that'll pop up time and time again called yield right of way. Now, essentially, from my understanding, yield right of way means to slow down and be ready to stop whenever. Okay, so that's not bad, you might say. However, the annoying bit is that it's just used in general. Like, why use yield right away when you could just say slow down and be ready to stop? Or if that's not what it means, why not just change it to what it's supposed to mean, instead of having to go back to the Middle Ages and say yield the right of way. So that's really my first gripe. All right. Another thing I want to talk about is just the text on each page is but a little jam-packed, you may say. It's structured in a column format, okay? So all the text goes in columns of like 3. However, the problem is that there's so much on these columns that sometimes text will spiral onto the next page. It'll get cut off, and on the next page, the first column will have the text of the last column. You read left or right, top to bottom. So, and that's just pretty damn annoying to read, nitpicky, I know. But it could just be structured so much better, It doesn't have to be structured like that. Like, make the font smaller, shuffle around the columns a bit. Change up the wording, just make it better, please. Please, I'm putting up with it. Another thing I talk about is, like, distances of shit. Like, I know you need to know this, but, like, how am I gonna know if I've parked 50 meters away from a street light? Like, what if I'm driving down a road I've never drove down before? And I have to park on the side of the road because, like, I get a flat tire. And then turns out I'm 49 meters next to, like, a light. Or, I forget what I said, but next to the thing I'm not allowed to be within 50 meters of. Like, what happens then? I'm within 50 meters of it. do I get a park it? Like, what happens then? It's just maybe this is me being a I've never drove before type of guy. I'll get used to it later, but like right now it's a little annoying. That's it.